I surrender. This is the moment I surrender. Hey booktuber! Today I'm going to be going over the top 10 reasons why you need to read Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli and pre-order the sequel, Leah on the Offbeat, coming April 24th. My stomach is gonna hate me later, but at least Simon is proud. So, if you don't know, Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda is this lovely book right here by Becky Albertalli. It's going to be a movie called Love, Simon, coming March 16th. Number 10. Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda has a realistic portrayal of teenagers. One of my biggest issues with YA, as much as I love it because it's pretty much all I read, is the fact that oftentimes the representation of teenagers can be a little off. But in Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, I found it was very, very realistic. It felt very current, teenagery, not like what it was like when the adult authors were teenagers. So I absolutely adore the portrayal of teenagers in this book. Number 9. The friendships. There is so much good, happy friendship representation in this book. There's so much lovely friendships. There are so many lovely friendships, and the kind of portrayal of the importance of those friendships is so important because for a large portion of the book, Simon does not know who his love interest is of the book, so a lot of the relationship focus is on the friendships, and I think that's really important because it doesn't prioritize the romantic relationship over the friendships. Number 8. The family dynamic. So, continuing along the vein of the friendships in Simon, not only does it show great friendships, but it shows a great family dynamic between Simon, his parents, and his sisters. So a lot of YA books just kind of like ignore parents, or they're like, if it's a fantasy, the parents are dead almost 100% of the time. I can almost guarantee that if you're reading a fantasy YA book, the parents are going to die or be dead. In a contemporary, you know, it's a boarding school situation, it's a, you know, college situation, a road trip without the parents situation. They avoid the parents at like all costs in YA, but not in this book. In this book, it really details Simon's family life. Number 7. Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda is hilarious. I was cracking up, especially if you read the audiobook. It is so funny, and I absolutely love that about the book. If you are looking for a funny, lighthearted read, definitely pick up Simon. Number 6, it is a heartwarming, easy read. So it is a very important story, and it goes over a lot of important topics, and it's very heartwarming. However, it is also an easier read, so you can just read it in like one go, and you just want to devour the whole thing. And though it has heavy topics, it's touched on in a way that is so heartwarming and lovely that you just, it's the kind of book that when you finish reading it, you just clutch it to your chest like, oh. 5. Coming along the vein of serious issues being talked, it takes serious issues seriously. It talks about coming out in such a real way that I wholeheartedly related to it as a queer person who has come out. It is such a scary feeling, and it touches on that so well, and it doesn't make light of the situation at all. Number 4, Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda is incredibly quotable. There are so many iconic quotes and lines that you just read and you're like, yes! And you just want to print it out on a poster and hang it on your wall. I love that about Simon. When I was reading it, at least every chapter there was one line that was just so standout and quotable that is, I was just blown away. Number 3, it is such a pure love story that it's so wholesome that you just want to like get the two characters. You want to get Simon and Blue. Now kiss. They're so cute that you just, I love it so much. It is one of the purest, most wholesome love stories that I was just sitting there like, oh, you just want to protect them at all costs. and I love it. It is, if you're looking for a adorable love story, this is the book for you. Number 2, the love interest is the cutest person. The cutest character. I'm not going to tell you who the love interest is, because that would be a spoiler, but they are so cute, okay? It's the cutest. Blue is the cutest, most lovable love interest you will ever read about, I swear. Number 1, it's a diverse, realistic, relatable story. Portrayals of all these different identities that it makes you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. After you read Simon, you can pre-order Leah on the Offbeat, the lovely sequel to Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda from the point of view of Simon's best friend, Leah. So it's not a prequel, it's not the same book from Leah's point of view, it is the sequel. So it is the same characters after the events of Simon. That's all I've got to say about that. I will see you guys in my next video. No mourners, no funerals. Eat Oreos, please. Unless you're allergic to them.
So I surrender. This is